Hey there, welcome to the channel. Greetings from Koh Samui. In this video, I wanted to go over a recent article published in the Bangkok Post. I've got it pulled up here. This was published yesterday, January 23rd, and the title is, Most of Thailand Still Faces Red Levels of Smog. So this is an issue throughout the entire year. Here in Thailand, we do have a lot of problems with pollution, the PM 2.5 particles in the air. And you can see a picture here. This is somewhere in Bangkok near the Chao Phraya River. And it's just like a dense overhang of smog covering the city. And actually, this is one of the reasons why I choose not to live in Bangkok. It's because of the pollution, the traffic, and just way too many people. But also here in Samui today as well, I think it's like 120. We'll take a look at it later in the video. So yeah, 44 out of Thailand's 77 provinces on Thursday morning reported unhealthy, hazardous levels of pollution in the air. So it looks like 44 provinces were red, and then 27 provinces were in the orange zone. Here's another picture of the Chao Phraya River in Bangkok. As you can see, it looks like terrible, terrible. So the highest levels over the preceding 24 hours were 139. So that's way up there. That was in the Sariburi province, followed by 127 in Lopburi, which is actually where my fiance's family is from. They live up in Lopburi, and Singburi, and 127 in Chai Nat, 125 in Rayong, 124 in Samut Sakhon, and the list goes on and on. Bangkok was 100, and so was Phetchaburi. So this is affecting every single province almost across the country, and 25 other provinces were at two-digit red levels of PM 2.5. Here's another picture. This is in Bangkok somewhere. Look, you can barely see the buildings because the pollution levels are so high, and there's just this dense fog hanging in the atmosphere. So yeah, I mean, pretty much every province is affected by this. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time over here in Thailand. We do have serious issues with pollution, and I think that's only going to continue getting worse, especially during high season when there's just a ton of traffic. Here's another picture showing the terrible pollution in Bangkok. Then next, we're going to come over to the IQAir. So this is the site where you're going to want to go if you're checking the pollution levels in Thailand. And as you can see, or anywhere in the world, and as you can see, it's just red and orange all over the entire country, and also even down here in like Cambodia and Vietnam. And you can see the airflow here too. So if I make this a little bit bigger, we can zoom in and you can see what the airflow looks like as well. So if we scroll down here, you can see it's moving kind of in this direction, and it's all getting trapped in the Gulf of Thailand here. So where I'm at right now is also quite polluted. I'm in Koh Samui, which is down here in Surat Thani. So if I zoom in, you can see that's 112 PM 2.5. And that's considered very, very high, especially for the island. So I haven't really been going outside too much today. You can feel the pollution in the air. So that's what we're looking at in Samui today. Not very healthy to be outside. And if you're inside, it's nice to have an air purifier just to kind of clean the air, especially if you have the windows open or something. But you can see also some of these provinces, there's fires burning. Like this one here. This happens all the time throughout the year, but right now, it seems to be really, really bad. And this is a low fire, so I guess it's not a serious fire. But still, there's fires burning all over the place. Here's another one up in, I'm not exactly sure what area this is, Ratchaburi, just west of Bangkok. But if we zoom in, you can see Bangkok here is just, it's on fire, basically, right? So we can, well, not literally, but you know what I mean. There's 161 here, which is considered hazardous. That's a hazardous level of PM 2.5. And it's like that pretty much everywhere in the city right now. So if you are in Bangkok, I would recommend, either wearing a mask. A lot of people still wear masks there, not related to COVID or anything. It's just because of the hazardous levels of pollution throughout the year in Bangkok. Again, like I mentioned earlier, that's one of the big reasons why I choose not to live in the city. And even down here in Pattaya, like the Pattaya area is very, very high levels of pollution too. So that's 153 US AQI. And we got some areas that don't have a lot of pollution, like this part here is only 6. So I'm not exactly sure why that is, because we've got fires burning all over here as well. And we can also take a look at the north up here. Plenty of fires burning up here. And it's also coming up on burning season in Chiang Mai. So between the months of about January to April, Chiang Mai becomes one of the most polluted cities in the entire world, even surpassing New Delhi in India. So this is not a good time to be staying in Chiang Mai if you care about your physical health and well-being. But right now it's looking like it's not terrible. We've got mostly yellow and orange levels of PM 2.5 up in Chiang Mai area. And then also we could take a look at Chiang Rai as well. So Chiang Rai is up here. I think it's over in this area. So Chiang Rai is also yellow and orange. Not terrible right now, but moving forward into the later part of January, into February, March, and April, this is going to be purple. So it's going to be even worse than red. It's going to be purple, which is very unhealthy. And you've also got hazardous levels as well. So right now, it's mostly unhealthy levels of PM 2.5 in Thailand, and also some of the countries surrounding Thailand too. So we've got Vietnam over here. This is Vietnam area over here. That's not quite as bad, but it's still pretty bad. Thailand is what we're focusing on, right? So yeah, Bangkok's really bad. Cambodia is looking very polluted as well. And then even down here in the south, which usually doesn't suffer from high levels of pollution all that much, Surat Thani is also 71, well, 57 and 84. There's different environmental agency stations centered all over the country. And, even Samui is that's really, really bad for Samui. It's usually in the lower 60s, 50s, even in the lower 30s. So generally speaking, the island is very safe from pollution, but you can see the lines here as well. They're coming from up in the north, and all of the smog from up in the north, like the Bangkok area, is traveling down to the islands as well. You can see it just circulating throughout the Gulf of Thailand there. So that's mostly why it's so polluted. And there's also fires burning up here in what appears to be Cambodia. So it looks like Koh Chang is still pretty good. They've only got 80 AQI, which is pretty decent. But yeah, a lot of this pollution is coming down, circling through the Gulf of Thailand, and landing in Samui, right? We can also take a look at what it looks like on a globe, and I can zoom in too. So we can zoom in here, and you can see even better from the globe what the air circulation is looking like right here. So as you can see, if I zoom in here, you can see it's all just circulating here in the Gulf of Thailand, over Thailand. The most polluted city in the world right now is Dhaka in Bangladesh, which is pretty much, hazardous levels of pollution year round, as far as I know. China's also really bad. Hanoi in Vietnam, Iraq, and we can also pull up the full ranking as well. So Bangkok is number 9 right now, which is really, really bad. So that's 169. And we've also got Hanoi that's topping the top 10 list. Cambodia, Phnom Penh is also very polluted. Ho Chi Minh. So yeah, a lot of countries in Asia, especially right now, are very, very polluted. And I wouldn't recommend going outside too much if you can avoid it, and make sure to use a air purifier if you have one indoors, just to cut down on the pollution levels indoors. And it's always might be a good idea to wear a mask as well if you go outside. So yeah, that's the full rundown of the world air quality. Take care, stay safe out there. Peace from Thailand. Till the next one.